table. I would love to have it this distance, but I can only have it to here because it doesn't push in all the way because this back seat is still in place. So, son of a gun, I gotta cut it. I'm gonna miss this extra foot of wood because it does make a countertop a lot bigger and it is nice. Well, I gotta cut it. I'm gonna miss it. So basically, since I'm not leaving today, and I have the Jeep packed as if I was leaving, I wanted to give you guys a whole idea of everything that I'm be taking with me on this journey. So that's, as you saw on the front here, I have the Stihl chainsaw 261 with a 20-inch blade on it. That is for cutting bigger trees that are down on trails, that if I'm out in the woods, I have the equipment to do so to get rid of the tree. As well as coming up here on the top where the kayak will be right here on this side, on the driver's side of the Jeep. On the passenger side, I currently have a not sturdy box because it's not tied to the Jeep quite yet. But if we go up here, put my foot right there, grab my hand over here. If we come up here, open the box, this is what I have in the box. I have another chainsaw, which this one is a 193 handheld. It's pretty small, but it's really nice. Got spare chains, chest and checkers board, spare oil for my Raptor, chain oil for my chainsaw, and fire starting, plus a shovel down here. That's basically everything I have up top of the Jeep. Underneath the bed, I have clothes. You don't need to see all that. In here, you already saw what was in there. Basically the same thing. Very plain inside the cab here. But in the back, this is where we have a 5 gallons of water, dog food, my fire starting bag, which is red bag right here, parts for the Jeep, ATV goggles, my airsoft gun when I go airsofting on the road, clean wipes for cleaning up the mess, and then the kitchen. Basically everything I have for the kitchen should be in here now, if I remember correctly, but let me put you down real quick and set the kitchen up. Alright, so I've got the kitchen open now. Well, you look zoomed in. Why are you zoomed in? You're not. Okay. Well, here's the kitchen set up now. Since the last video, I've done a few upgrades, and I think I've gotten closer to making this the official kitchen. So, as usual, we got the Coleman grill down here, but now we got the 2 alcohols for the podcast, which is, they're not actually sponsored for the podcast, but they are the two that I have. Jägermeister, which is probably the only drink that I've gotten so drunk on that I almost didn't remember the next day or that night. And then Jack Daniels, which is in remembrance for my uncle Eric. I'm going to be bringing that with the podcast as just a remembrance of him when we drink it. And then we got the Crown Royal glass cups. Crown Royal glass cups, which I just love the feel in them in my hand. Those are as well as for the podcast, not for just the cooking setup. They're only for the podcast. And as usual, we got the cast iron pots and pans. The cast iron pans, we got, I think like an 8-inch one. 8-inch pan and then like a 5-inch pan. And then we got a Dutch oven in the back. The cutting board and all the random stuff. The tinfoil wrap, paper towels, spare gas can, and supposed to be getting another one in there as well. You go to the spice rack, which I think I've done some upgrades on. So before it was just these 2 things, the Dawn and the oil. Now it's soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, Old Bay, because you know Marylander, gotta have that Old Bay, Montreal steak seasoning, and a coffee cup if I'm with somebody that wants to have coffee and they have a coffee cup there. Yeah, basically. And up top, it's the same thing as it was before. My utensils and plates, bowls, my Crown Royal bag, which I'm going to try to figure out how to fit these in there without them breaking to have a little more safety. Spare meals, which are ramen chicken noodle soup, ramen, you know, it's good. There's your 3 meals there for spares in case, as well as a side meal, you know, for like steaks or whatever. I have green beans and mushrooms, which are great together. I freaking love green beans, man, so I gotta have them in here. Got some firewood that I can cut up and use to start fires, more utensils, some more knives, and then the seasonings, you know, all these seasonings, everything from cumin all the way to paprika and chili powder. It's basically the top is basically still the same. So that, I mean, it's basically the same kitchen that you've always seen in my videos, just some more spices and alcohol, because, you know, alcohol. But that's basically the whole setup. Everything that I'm probably gonna be taking with me on this journey is now in the Jeep. So all I gotta do now is get that trailer hooked up, figure out the trailer hitch, put this on there, and get the ATV hooked up to the trailer. And I think she might be ready to go here shortly. I gotta do a few engine upgrades as well, or maintenance mostly. We gotta figure out how to mount that properly, mount the chainsaw in the front properly, or figure out where I can hide it, or get a freaking new bumper with a winch on it, because I'm most likely gonna need a winch along the roads where I'm going. So I'm trying to go all the way to British Columbia, BC, up in Canada, and meeting up with some YouTubers out there that do a lot of off-roading all the time. I got a lot to go still. She's nowhere close to being done. But I want to say, you guys, the support and you guys watching and liking the video is really helping me out and keep me motivated to get this thing done. So if you could, like this video and subscribe, and you can see the process and the final product later on. See you guys next time.